open to us now. We go into space.
I've been holding my action. It's time to go. Happy Halloween. We're live. We are the Dix in the Dark. I am DM Steve, your dungeon master tonight. And with me, as always, is the Dix in the Dark, Garrett.
Hello.
We got Dungeon Dan.
What's up?
Cameron over here.
How's it going, everyone?
And of course, Harro.
Hello.
Unfortunately, we don't have Jay, who is missing. Bad segue, but hit like if you like this kind of video. If you like that Jay is missing, hit like. And subscribe if you like Dungeons and Dragons content. So it's Halloween, guys. And we didn't really do anything except for Dan.
$5, Dollar General, on the way home today.
I did make a little Halloween thing. If you look at the stream, there's like it's a little special.
Dope.
And even during the game, there's a little.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be a little thing. I made a little overlay. So I did a little bit of work. I also carved a pumpkin and made, a short. But
Nice.
yeah, if you want to see it, check it out. So let us get over gameplay here. And what is our Halloween vibe?
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Spooky.
Ooh.
Spooky,
Ooh, that's-
spooky.
That's because Jay's not here.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Just vibes just totally drained. We're late.
Yep.
Rough. So we are gonna play Up and Away Nova Destiny without Jay for now. Hopefully he joins us. We've been trying to get a hold of him. Jay, if you're watching, jump on the stream. We need you. It's a vibe of 3.
Oh, that's tricky. If I get close enough, there's a hole in my head.
There is a hole in
What?
your head. It is kind of creepy. Recently, people have been posting on TikTok, Gen X Halloween. Have you seen this? Like the horrors of like Gen X Halloween, like the Halloween costumes from the 70s and 80s.
Oh, man.
When you were a
I
little
remember
kid.
those. I remember those.
If you bought them, they consisted of like this like horrific plastic mask that like cut your skin and had like a rubber band basically and staples that would like stick into your face.
That rubber band lasted all of 5 minutes because it snapped and it killed your ears, and then you had to get your mom or your dad to tie it behind you, which then made that mask just like crush up against your face.
Correct. And then of course the garbage bags that were just printed with a picture of the character that you were supposed to be instead of like the outfit.
Yep.
It's like you get a Spider-Man mask and then a picture of Spider-Man like on a garbage bag that you're wearing instead of like oh man. Truly horrific, but
even back
funny.
that far, back in the 70s or 80s, a mask like I'm wearing right now is not even like Hollywood back in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
Like something that I bought at the dollar store for like $5 is like nope.
Yeah,
That's
there
how
there
long
wouldn't have
ago.
been anything like that, though. Though I don't know about you, but I know most of my Halloween costumes were made. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I
I had a
was
Yeah.
couple
quite
made.
quite the little cosplayer even in my younger years, so I had some pretty sweet costumes. These
My
TikToks are
favorite,
not
uh,
representative of me.
my favorite Halloween costume as a kid was me dressed as a wizard. It was an entirely made costume. I had like a black gown, a wizard's hat made out of like felt, with like stars and shit on it, a little pouch with my spell book in it. And
Nice.
my stepdad is an artist, and he ended up painting a picture of me posed on Halloween in that costume in it, which I'll receive one day whenever I get more stable housing. But I'll have to show it
Nice.
off to you guys sometime. It's a pretty dope picture.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say if you have it, throw it in the Discord or something. That's sweet, man.
See, I don't have a favorite from my youth. I think my favorite costume though was about 12 years ago when my daughter, who was about 4 or 5 at the time, went as Darth Vader. So she only came up to about here on me as Darth Vader, but I went as um, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I
And
remember
so
that.
I had the Jedi robes, and we both had lightsabers, and I think that to me that is actually my favorite dress up of all time.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That's really cool.
that's a sweet one.
Hmm.
Cool. All right. Well, last time on Up and Away Nova Destiny, we had the beginning of the Luxi 50,000 race on the moon of Escredo for the grand prize of the Gengar 1, the main body component of the Gengar 5 super robot. So, Team 1 at the beginning of the race, even just 3 hours into the race, speeding ahead, leading the pack, absolutely killing it. Team 2 plodding along, some minor difficulties, but not really having too much trouble. Then we had Team 3. Rumby decided that he wanted to be a freewheeling
A stunt
what,
car driver.
yeah,
Show
yeah,
off.
yeah. He wanted to be a
Yeah.
show off, and he wanted to do all kinds of tricks. It ended poorly for Team 3 as he smashed the front of his speeder into the highway and flipped it, nearly throwing Argyle from the vehicle completely. Argyle held on for dear life. Everyone sustained injury, and the vehicle ended up kind of just lying on its side, smoke coming from the bottom. Uh, there was, of course, the altercation where Argyle punched Rumby, and then Rumby drew his pistol, and Argyle, went like this. Solus, of course, stop, and they kind of diffused the situation. They were able to push the car back over or the speedster back over to the upright position, and then I believe they nominated Chud to be the driver, but that was like kind of
I
the
bel
very
yeah,
last thing that happened. So is that
I believe that's
really who
correct.
you want to be the driver, is Chud? Because I think Solus was like, I don't want to do this.
I think, yeah, I didn't want to do it because I wanted to spend some time healing. I'm perfectly fine with driving later on down the line, but
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, all right. It is worth noting that everybody didn't get a whole lot of sleep the night before. I think Team 1 probably got the best. That probably got a good, decent night's sleep. Chud also would have gotten a decent night's sleep, but almost everybody else got a pretty terrible night's sleep. Well, yeah, almost everybody else, because Mary and Solus were up. Kegel obviously was up. That's probably what Kegel's doing right now. She's napping.
Yeah.
She's in the back. She's in the back seat, like in the trunk. She's crawled into a position where nobody can see her, and she is just out cold. And of course, since Jay is not here for the time being, Rumby is also. Remember, he stood on his head, so he's feeling loopy. He's in the back, and that is where we left it. So let's get over Raceway here. We will go ahead and we'll swap out. We'll swap out Rumby.
Whoa.
Oh,
Accidentally exited the game.
oh no. Wait, I'm really tired. Did I put him in the right place?
I think we're actually in the very beginning block.
Are you?
Yes,
I don't think
they were in row
we
one.
never made it. We were
Okay,
in
okay,
lane
okay.
one.
Okay.
Never
That's
even made it out of that
so I
first
was like,
block.
you guys were in the. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I guess this is several hundred miles long, but I'm pretty sure that Team 3 has crashed off the runway right now. So I don't know if you put that Chud picture to the side or you just keep it where it is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Here we can do that.
Oh, nice. Very
That'll
nice.
that'll show that at the moment, at least, they are having some difficulties.
Although I think the other thing that we did do, we did push the car back onto its tires, or its treads.
You did, yes, yeah. No, it's back over now. I mean, technically, there's no there. It was on its side. Once you pushed it back over, it's just kind of sitting on the road because before it would have been repulsored up. So it's just kind of like laying on the road flat at the moment because remember the tires weren't up because it wasn't in auto mode. So, all right. Let me go ahead and so going in to the third hour of the race, Team 1 is absolutely just destroying it. What? Oh, crap. What? All right. Hang on.
What did you do?
Already, huh?
If you're looking at the screen,
Oops.
somehow,
Oops.
yeah,
Oops.
somehow
Oops.
that happened.
So
Just a sec here.
so everybody now who's watching this stream, close your
The
eyes while
vibe is 3.
Steve puts in his username and password to roll
No,
20.
that's not what's gonna happen. I
And let's see. 1,
Here
Jason,
we go.
JT doesn't show up. 2, we roll a vibe of 3. 3,
All right.
it's Halloween. Yeah. Maybe we should
Oh
have
my
given it up,
goodness. I
guys.
know,
I don't know.
right? Like, oh jeez. Hang on. What? Should be just. I should just be able to. Okay.
Oh my.
All right. Just in case, let me. Probably best.
That.
See, in order to run the way that we run, I have multiple instances open. And it's like I figure I gotta log out of everything and just log back in. So because otherwise I feel like there's gonna be a continued problem.
Hmm.
Dead air, dead air. Dead air, dead air. All right, let's see. So that, do that.
Huh.
All right, I think we might be getting close to being back.
Woo!
Business.
All right.
Fuck
Check
yeah!
something out here real quick.
Ah.
Just to make sure.
I don't know. I can barely take it.
Barely take what?
I can barely take the excitement.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Barely.
Here we
Just
go.
barely. Just barely.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not pandering to anybody or anything.
Oh
It's just,
man, who saw that, by the way? Did anybody
it's just
see the South Park Pandaverse? Did you guys
I
see that?
I
No.
did not see it. I've seen some people review it, and I heard it's like really, really great.
Oh, it's really funny. They did a good job. All right. I think
I hear it's not black and white though.
oh, was that a joke that I did not get?
I've been making terrible dad jokes
Yeah.
for the past like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, Steve,
Okay.
get ahead of things now.
I know I'm like totally behind on things now. Oh,
That,
what a ter
that was another terrible dad joke. Like,
what a what a terrible night to be running a Dungeons and Dragons game.
yeah.
Dot dot dot. That was a Castlevania 2 reference. Or is it a terrible night or a horrible night? I can't remember. You guys
I
know what
don't
I'm
know.
talking about, right? The
It could
Castlevania
be.
2 meme, the
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of it
Simon's
myself.
Quest. Anyway, totally failing on all levels of
Yeah.
everything right now, but it's okay. All right, so we're back to that. Things are back up. I think everything is good now.
Damn.
Everything is
Damn.
fine. So, yes.
Everything is okay, guys. It's
Everything's good.
fine.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Actually,
So,
this is it. See, Jay's not here, and this is the ultimate troll. Everything is going wrong because he's not here,
yeah,
and he's
yeah,
he's
yeah.
in the background somewhere trolling everything. That's
It would
because
that
that's
would be
Jay.
something that he would do. Set up some
Yes.
kind of an elaborate plan
Mhm. Yeah.
that involved me like having messed up sleep somehow and everything else. But yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Damn you! All right. So into hour 3, as I said, Uh, the
Of the race, not the game.
yes, Team 1 is chugging along. They are Thiwar and Ren. Ren driving is they're getting ready to hit another transitional point. You can see that coming up, there are essentially two ways that you guys can go. So ahead of you and to the to your left are hydro. To your right is coming up a portion where there still be land, but it is dreaded wilderness. Um, so this is the first point where
Wilderness is not green.
it's like a brown.
Hmm. So,
These Lapidans have not been taking care of their planet.
This is a terraformed moon.
Ah,
Yeah. So
we have the same hydro and wilderness. So, if I was choosing, I think we would go water, just because there's less things to run into. Just the way I see it, we would just glide over the water better, even though it's the same score.
does the driver agree? That's Ren, driver of this vehicle.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You're getting ready to get to a point where you have to choose either to go on water or go into a wilderness area, what looks to be kind of a rocky area coming up. So the choice
Well,
is
if those are our two choices, we suck at both of them. So,
Yeah, that's why I was saying I would prefer water, just because there's probably
I think
less
so too.
obstacles.
okay. Okay. The only other piece of information is that you know that there are signs that if you go the land route, eventually you could get to a city district called West Bank. So just information for you to have.
Are we good on fuel? Like,
Yeah, you have enough. The thing is the the speedsters run on the element 42. It's the same
uh,
thing that powers the hyperdrive on the Destiny. So yeah, you essentially have unlimited fuel for the purposes of the race. So you don't have to
gotcha.
actually worry about fuel.
Some
It's
good
the one
old
thing that
molybdenum.
yeah. So
I think I'll stick with water.
so water and then just straight ahead.
Yep.
All right. Well, go ahead and make your driving roll for Ren. And if Thawar is going to still continue to be uh, the
Yes,
the
I
lookout
will.
guy, then go ahead and make that roll as well.
That is intelligence, right?
It's intelligence or wisdom.
Cool.
That was close
Woo.
on both
Dicey.
counts.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
look at him.
Jeez. All right. So, but oh. Okay.
And I'll tell you what, I could wear like this all winter and keep my ears really, really warm.
You look
Oh,
like
you will.
you look like you look like you belong in the Mushroom Kingdom, Dan.
That's what I just was thinking. I look like a I look like a Mario character now
Yeah,
for some reason.
totally. Yeah, 100%. Okay. So you get to your first transition, team 1, and the orange highway ends in kind of like a little bit of a ramp that just goes over that just goes over the water. And you fly and Ren hits the switch to transform the bottom of the speedster into the hydrofoil, and you hit the water and continue going. And even though the strength of this vehicle isn't hydro, at this point you're making decent time. You'll be at this rate, you will be in this section for 2 segments. So that's not too bad. And now we move to Team 2, which of
All right.
course
Me too.
is Timmy as the driver.
Right.
Now, you guys are coming up and you're getting ready to also continue on into the next highway segment. It do you want to continue just keep going straight?
No, no, no. Timmy sees that there's water up ahead, so he's going to start looking to go that way. So he's going to go to the tile bottom right of where he is right now. That's his plan anyway.
I gotcha. Okay. I see. So this one right here.
Yeah, the one that's
That guy.
close to the water.
That guy right there. Okay. So he's seeing signs for water. He's heading that direction. But of course, at the moment they are still on this highway, and yeah. Is that
So
Solus
who
or
is
was that Timmy?
That's Solus.
that was Solus, my bad.
Oops.
Solus got crazy.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
Come on, Timmy, don't let me down. All right, good shit.
Okay. So Tim is doing well. What about who's the lookout person? Obviously Kegel asleep in the trunk.
So Mary was the lookout person the last time. Um, she didn't have the greatest luck, but
Is she feeling
if
bad?
the rest of the party will let her try again, she'll try again.
Well,
That would
that's of
be
course between you and your party.
Yeah,
that would be between Guthix and Kegel and Timmy.
I get it. Yeah, I'm fine with letting you try again.
Okay, so Mary will try again.
Whew. Dang, you have a crazy wisdom. Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So she's still feeling nervous about it, but a better showing this time.
All right. Do we make it out of the first sector?
You do,
Excellent.
in fact, make it out of the first sector, and you are now in a highway section that that is bordered on one side. You can kind of see water off to the one side, so it's definitely coming up. And no major encounters either. All right, now Team 3. Back to Team 3. You've pushed over your vehicle. You've got it straight. Now Chud is in the driver's seat, and yeah, at this moment you haven't done anything. You just the speedster it's not even on at this moment. You're not even sure if it's gonna turn on.
Hope it does. I don't know what else we're gonna do.
All right. Somebody on that team, go ahead and roll me a 20-sided die. Doesn't matter who it is.
I gotcha.
Oh my god. That's either really, really good or really, really
Yeah,
bad.
it's hard to say.
That is really, really good or really, really bad.
So Chud, I'm assuming, tries to start the speedster, correct?
Yeah.
Chud goes to start the ignition, and when he does so, the the speedster kind of goes. It makes this crazy noise, and it starts shaking, and you see all these kind of meters go up, and all these like warning lights start flashing, and it's getting really hot in here really fast. Like, it's getting really hot in this vehicle really fast. What do you guys do? 10,
Uh,
9,
Let's get out of
8,
here.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
we gotta
no.
get
7,
out.
6,
I'm gonna say
5,
that Argyle also
4,
grabs Rumby, pulls him out,
3, 2.
jumps out.
It at like the party just leaps out, and the thing explodes, and like just absolutely explodes. You see the arm with the gun on it like flies past, and Argyle has to duck out of the way as the gun flies past him and smashes into another race or another speedster, absolutely annihilating that. Yeah, it's like pandemonium. And now there's just this like there's this like it's like this blue fire. And just the heat radiating off of it is just like insane.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we better start walking back.
You guys are kind of in a ditch by, the side of this highway. And then you can see you like you look up on it, and when you hit this kind of rubbery highway before, like you scorched it or whatever, but you like look up on there and there's just this big hole in the orange of the high, like there's just this like huge
God.
hole where your speedster once was. And yeah.
And when Jay gets back, He's gonna be so pissed.
So, what are you guys gonna do? At least one of you has a horse.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the
are there
Yeah.
still speedsters going by?
yes.
Okay, all right. Argyle grabs his hammer, runs up onto the road, looks for the nearest speedster, and takes a swing.
Oh my god.
There's no shot, dude.
He looks for the nearest speedster, takes a swing.
You know these things are going several hundred miles per hour, right?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. You're like, okay. Argyle starts to walk up onto the, cause it's like he's got to walk, like actually walk back up. Cause I mean, you got to think it's like highways
Yeah.
with these speedsters on
Mhm.
them, and they're like big long stretches, big wide stretches. He's got to like walk back up to the thing. Go ahead and make a wisdom check. As dumb as Argyle is, once he gets up to the highway and one of those speedsters like goes past him, it's like he's like, holy crap.
Okay.
The just the speed of it, there's like he realizes like he's gonna get his arms ripped off if he tries to
Gotcha.
do one of these. If it was in auto mode and it was, just like on wheels, it might be slow
Mhm.
enough. But the rep jet, like some of these things are going by at like 1,000 miles per hour,
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Gotcha.
right? Like that's
Yeah.
how fast the Team One speedster goes over 1,000 miles per hour in rep jet mode. It's like fast as fuck. So yeah, there's
Mhm.
some of these things that are just like flying by. And obviously, at this point, you're last, so none of them are going this fast. Anything that's like still yet to go now is going much slower, but still several hundred miles per hour, fast enough that
I think the last
it
flamethrower level 27.
it would be a bad idea.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
all right. So, what's the consensus? What is everybody doing? Argyle not gonna make his foolish attack.
I think we got to go back. I think there's no other choice but to just start
To just start
walking
huffing it.
back. Yeah.
Okay. You start you
Yeah.
start to make your way back, uh, kind of
Well, Chud will
underneath.
offer a ride to, let's see, who's the smallest in that group? Probably Solus.
Oh,
I think
Solus.
Solus is the
Rumby.
least likely person to need help.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
my running, I could probably match heroes.
Okay, perfect. We'll just lay Rumby out on Heroes and have him take a nap on the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
After
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking conked him unconscious.
Mhm.
That makes sense. All right. So, yeah, you pop Rumby on the back, and as you're plodding back, as you're making your way back, you can hear the there's like sirens and stuff, and there's like apparently obviously there's because there's other speedsters that got damaged in that explosion, like the one that was destroyed by the gun.
Mhm.
So there's kind of
The one
giving
that we crushed when we flipped.
the one that you crushed when you flipped. So there's some attention being given to that, and repairing of the road. No actual Laputans come near and are flying by you, so like, 'cause nobody's actually come to like, other than those two guys that came to check on you before. But you do notice something. You notice as you're walking back that there are all these little, let's call them drones, like a ton of them, all like following you. Some of them are
God.
like kind of like hovering, like kind of ahead of you. Some of them are like over top, but there's like a ton of them. And like I don't I don't know if the people in this party are necessarily smart enough to even know what those are.
Oh God.
I'm not sure. I don't know. You would have to let me know about, because you guys know your characters better than me. But Rumby's checked out. But as far as like Chud, Solus, and Argyle, I'm
Oh,
not
Argyle has
sure.
no clue.
Yeah,
Argyle has no clue.
I'm
I can
not
tell you
sure that
that
you
right
guys
now.
would know, but there's definitely these
Yeah.
things like flying around, just like hovering over you and kind of following you. And
How
sometimes they
close are
get,
they?
most of them are pretty kind of far away and kind of high, but every now and again one like kind of comes across to kind of try and get like a shot.
Wait a minute though.
So sometimes they come
How big are
down.
how big are they?
They're little. They're like these
Are
little, they
are
literally just
they?
look like little silver orbs that are just
Oh
kind of
God.
floating around.
Okay. Okay. If they do they make noise?
A probably very minor noise. Like kind of like a
But there are a lot of them, and
there,
they're following us.
yeah. Let's
Are
let's let's
okay.
see here. I'll tell you. There are
Okay.
currently there looks like there could be anywhere up to 18 of them.
Let's see.
Argyle is annoyed. He's he's been annoyed the entire time since the accident. He's been annoyed. He's super annoyed now. If one of them comes in range, he's still got his hammer in his hand. He's just gonna take a swing.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. They're like every now and again, especially if he's got like a pissed off facial. Because if
Oh,
he's
he's
really emoting,
mad.
yeah, they're coming
He's
down and getting into his face and shit.
mad.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're
Oh,
definitely they
he's
are.
he's goddamn mad. Oh yeah, that one that's
Yeah,
he might be so mad that he's missing.
it's funny. That will hit because it's not like they're super heavily armored and they're not like really meant to be trying to dodge attacks or whatever. It hits and it does destroy it, but only just, obviously, which is kind of funny. But it has the unintended consequence. He hits the one, he knocks it out of the air, just totally destroys the thing. He hits it with the hammer, right?
Mhm.
It's very satisfying for him. A few minutes later, probably another like 12 of them show up. so now, so now there's like 30 of these things kind of following you. They're trying not to get as close now. They seem to have learned. So they're like, there's one that seems to be specifically almost taunting Argyle by like coming down and getting close and then kind of pulling back. And now Argyle's just like swinging her. He's just like he's like
Oh no
he's swinging.
no.
He hits one and it like hits into another, but it seems to be a losing battle anytime like he hits one. Like more just kind of show up, and
He's
that's
he, he's
that. So
he's giving up at this point. Yeah, he just that's it.
so then of course there is Team 4, which
Hmm?
is the heist team.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So Anya and Thiwar, or not Thiwar, Anya and Sid in their new threads with Guy and Mike have been headed um, farther into what they have now learned is called Ouroboros City. And they have been trying to get farther away from the start finish line in order to uh, get to a place where there are less people. They can try and figure out maybe if there's a way to teleport up to the Ganger 1, something along those lines. So they're walking along, and as you're walking along, you had already seen the initial crash. Now you're walking along and you're seeing like all of the things play out because they're all on like screens and holograms of Team 3 specifically. There's all kinds of stuff with them. And
Oh man.
Well,
Oh
I
my god.
think
What
the
did
pressure's really on us now.
what
I
did
guess
they do?
so now here's the thing. At some point you view that their speedster is blown up, which means that they are no longer in the race. However, it seems that they are, despite not being in the race, they are under extreme scrutiny. So, like, those team members, as far as you can tell, there's like they're at the moment, unless they can somehow, lose the media, which doesn't seem likely at this rate, they're they're kind of useless in the covert operation type space, which you guys are doing. So there's that. So you've been walking, and after a while, you finally do find one of those kind of phone booth style teleportation devices. And there's not really people super around I mean, there are like in buildings and stuff. You just can't get away from people. But you could examine one without somebody watching you closely as far as you can tell.
All right. Guy, do
Yeah.
you know how this tech works?
Uh, I mean, not specifically. I've used some teleportation in the past, but it's not something that we ever used widely. Not on Auron, anyway.
Hmm.
so. We make an out of order sign, put on some jumpsuits, put a wrench in our back pocket, and call it out of order. Does does it look like there? I guess is there something similar to a maintenance crew, or what we would think a maintenance crew should look like around here?
So far, all of the maintenance that you've seen has been Laputin. So far, most of the maintenance workers that you've seen or could have identified as such are halflings.
Gotcha.
But then again, you haven't been here that long, and there's a lot to take in.
Ooh, excuse me.
Well,
Um,
So
let's see if we can at least get a better idea to determine how this thing works.
When you're kind of like standing around looking at it, and you're kind of surprised by a voice when Anya says that. You hear, it works by converting matter to energy and back again. And you realize that kind of now standing behind you is a large humanoid being with an elephant head, blue skinned, big, probably about 8 foot tall.
Crown?
No crown, no crown,
God damn it.
no
God
crown.
damn it. Damn it.
He's actually wearing like a kind of a nice white suit, like a real fancy suit, and like some
But hey,
gold.
hey, a crown would be perfect then. A
True,
crown.
he does have like gold chains.
Hmm.
Are
Um,
you using that?
Oh, no, no. If you need to use it to go somewhere, please be our guest.
Uh, yes, excuse me. So you watch the elephant-like humanoid.
I was gonna say you were gonna say the elephant man. I was gonna
The
be
elephant
like,
man.
I am not an animal.
Yeah. So you watch the elephant man get into the get up into the thing, and he when he's in there, it looks like you're kind of close enough to watch him. It looks like it pulls up a map of the strip, so the ring that goes around Escrito. And you can see that there are several locations. So there's the city location where you're at right now, so Ouroboros City, and then you can see other kind of like nodes. So you can see other places where you can go to. He kind of scrolls past that, and you can see that there are other city districts along the strip. And he scrolls to on the other side of the moon. It looks like there's another city, and he picks a destination in that. And then you see him get out his what you think is like a multi computer, and he does a transfer of credits. And moments after that, you see him almost, it looks like he dissolves into thin air, and he's just gone.
So Anya steps into the booth,
Okay.
pulls up a map, or tries to pull the map up. Does she need to start making checks to do any of this?
Uh, you just watched a guy do it,
Okay.
and the buttons and everything are fairly big. The machine is, it seems like it has one purpose. Once you're in there and you're kind of looking at it, it's actually looks like it's made to be as simple as possible.
Okay. So she's gonna pull the map up.
Okay, so you pull the map up, you get the globe with the strip across it, and you can see where you are right now is kind of enlarged, and you can see nodes all across the city.
She's gonna try to scroll or whatever she can use to see if she can see the start line.
Okay, so you're practically on the start line already. So yeah, you can see the start finish line is right there on the edge of the city.
Okay,
You
so
were
here's the
able
very
to you saw the elephant man. He was able to kind of expand. So you're able to expand, and you can
so
see there's nodes all around.
this is important. Is this a is this 3D? Is this just a like a map? What am I looking at?
This is
So
3D. So basically, what you're
is
looking
it
at,
like
there's
Iron Man
it's
Tony
like I
Stark?
yes, it's like Iron Man Tony Stark. There's like a globe in front of you.
Okay.
You kind of open it up and you can see the city, and you can see all these like little possible destinations essentially.
Can I scroll to somewhere that's not a node?
Well, what are you trying to do specifically?
She wants to see if she can actually see the Ganger
So
on this map.
you know that the Ganger is directly above the middle of the start finish line. So you know exactly where it
Mhm.
is. So you can kind of go to the start finish line and you can open it up. Now you know that it's above the start finish line.
Mhm.
On this map, there is no representation of the Ganger 1.
Okay.
You can kind of, because it doesn't include anything that high in the air. Everything is within the strip. And technically, Ganger 1 is above the strip.
Okay. So, next thing she's going to do is she's going to try to see if she can pinpoint a place to transport to that is not another node.
And this is big enough that everybody can kind of look, like the whole party can kind of look over her shoulder and like see what she's doing, by the way. So, just so that you know.
Could I actually be poking around around the machine while she's doing this?
Sure.
I see if there's
Yeah.
a loose panel or like access points anywhere.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make an intelligence check. Dan, what did you just say?
She wants to see if she can pinpoint a location to transport to that is not another node.
Okay. She's trying to see if there's any way, but it at any time she tries to select anything that's not a node, it seems like it goes to the closest one. Like it auto goes to the closest one. Um Sid's kind of like poking around, and Mike, since he's got a trench coat, he's kind of trying to like stand in front of Sid, like to try and like try and be as inconspicuous as possible. Guy is looking over Anya's shoulder, and Sid does find a section where he can. It looks like he might be able to take off a panel, but he might need some sort of a tool in order to do that.
Some sort of a tool.
Did anybody bring any tools?
I mean, I have a mallet.
Got me mallet.
I mean, mallet. You're not sure
Yeah,
if the
that's it.
mallet's gonna do anything. Possibly if somebody has a
Anya's
plasma dagger.
got some steel spikes. Actually, she's got a plasma dagger.
I was gonna say, if somebody that's probably the best tool you've got for this particular job if you're not trying to be if you're not trying to be too discreet about it.
Uh,
Otherwise, it looks like it might be kind of secured with some sort of like security bolts or of some sort that might be difficult to remove without a specific tool. But yeah, if you have a plasma dagger, you figure you probably just shear those right off and pull the panel.
So she hands Sid her plasma dagger.
Do we want to do this now, or do you want to get some cover first and then come back? Just go
So
for it.
is there day and night on this moon?
So there isn't really, because the strip and everything is artificial on this moon. So the moon is completely terraformed, the strip, everything is completely artificial. And so it's literally just kind of there is a day night, but night is it's only night in feel. And nighttime, you realized from last night might be just as busy or busier in the day because people like to like party at night. So day night doesn't really matter. If anything, right now, even though there are kind of people in the periphery and whatnot, right now is as it's. I mean, you haven't been here long, so you could stay longer to observe, but this is the least amount of people you've seen in any spot so far. Let's put it that way.
I think
And
it's now or never.
All right. Yeah, sure. Then I'll try to cut it open with that dagger. Cut off the bolts.
okay. All right. So go ahead and let's see. Roll a dexterity check. You can't really miss it, but how sloppy are you at trying to cut off this?
Mm,
Oh
Okay.
my.
See,
Oh my.
so Sid's like kind of like hacking away, and it's this apparently the material is a little stronger than you thought, and so it's kind of like melting, but it's like melting like really slow and it's hot, and then you got to go to the other side and like do that because it's too hot on the one side, and there's like smoke coming out of it. It's guy's like starting to look around. He's like, hmm. It's it's looking like it's at this rate, it's probably gonna take you a good 10 minutes, a full turn to to pull this panel off, to get this spot melted, and it's totally gonna be fucked up. So it's up to you if you wanna go all the way.
you guys still think this is the right plan? I don't think I'm too good at this.
Here. Let me try.
Yeah, it's your dagger anyway.
So she's gonna like take the dagger back and then also give it a shot.
Okay. All right.
She's a little more adept at it with a dagger in to begin with, so
Okay. So she takes the dagger back and she's kind of working the panel, and it's it's going a little bit faster, uh and you're like Mike's still trying to like hold up his trench coat. It's very awkward, and as you're standing there, or as you're kind of kneeling on the ground doing this, and everybody's kind of standing around, you
Is the
see
panel that we're trying to get into inside the booth or outside the booth?
it's kind of around the back side of it.
Okay, okay.
So you're like trying to do this, trying to be as nonchalant as possible, and all of a sudden, four guys, four humanoids appear just like around you, essentially teleported in. And it looks like two humans in jumpsuits and one what looks to be some sort of a robot. It like looks like a mechanical person. And one Laputin in what looks to be like a little uniform. And the Laputin is holding a gun and pointing it at you. and and he says, "Stop what you're doing right now by the order of the Constable of Escrito." And Mike just kind of he just he just kind of goes like that. And he's like, and guys just kind of like looking around.
Ah, finally, some backup. Our maintenance crew is a little under-equipped, but we could use some assistance. We don't have our usual tools. This teleporter seems to be malfunctioning.
Yeah. And Mike puts his hands down. What does Anya do?
She just kind of looks at him like,
Go, Sid, go ahead and roll a charisma check.
God,
I,
oh no, this is gonna be really, really bad.
uh,
Oh my God,
hey.
Let's go.
that is amazing.
You've got to be shitting me.
Nat one.
There's no way. Technically a nat 20,
Nat 20.
but for what it was for. So the Loputin, he like he kind he like he like slowly lowers his gun, and the look on his face just like totally changes, and he kind of like looks puzzled for a second, and then he turns to the two guys, and he says, "Well, this is all just a misunderstanding, right?" And like,
Did you bring tools with you? I could use some real tools here.
Anya says that the
Yeah.
one of the guys, one of the humans in jumpsuits is he like looks at Anya and he looks at the Lopatin guy and he's like, I I have some tools. What
Give me your tools.
is who authorized this? And he kind of starts to like hand the tools. He's like kind of slowly like giving it to her. Slowly giving it to her. Okay, gosh. The other guy like looks at him and he's like no, he's like I it's there, there's so much confusion. It's the first morning. Just give them the tools. Okay. I, very sorry about this. We didn't know. It's okay, says Guy. Guy says, it's the confusion is real. We didn't even get our uniforms. Look at us.
Hilarious.
You see the one guy, he says something into a machine on his wrist, and all four of them disappear.
Now we've got tools. So
And
Anya looks at Sid, hands Sid the tools, and is like, "Here you go."
you
Uh, Sid's kind of just speechless after that. Just like, just looking at the tools, just like, I somehow that worked.
Guy looks in at the tools and he's like, "Oh, this should work." He takes these four things and he walks around and places them in a kind of a square around the thing, and then he pushes a button, and this, like, essentially a virtual yellow tape kind of starts to like circle around, and it says caution on it. So there's this like hologram of like yellow tape, like a yellow strip, like yellow caution strip with like black, that's now like circling around your area.
Nice work, guy.
uh so what are we looking for again?
I, I really didn't have a clue. Just a central terminal computer.
Yes. Once we can get in, maybe we can reprogram it to make it take us where we want to go.
I guess it's worth a shot. All right, so team 1.
Team 4 and Team three's luck couldn't be more completely opposite of each other at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Okay. Going into hour 4. Team 1 had one additional segment in this particular district where they are right now. Were they going to keep their roles, which were pretty good, or try and do better, or try and do worse?
Uh, I mean, I would keep mine. I thought mine was what, 14 out of 18. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they weren't like it was 15 out of
Oh no.
16.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Sid. Never mind.
Yeah, no, they were it was 14 of 17 and 15 of 16. They were okay. They weren't like, they weren't like the greatest rules, but they were enough to get you by.
I guess
They
mine is
weren't
less risk
failures.
to redo it. I might redo mine.
Okay. What about Ren? Keep the driving score, or
Yeah, I think it's a good enough score for me.
okay.
I don't want to try to redo any passing scores.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. Okay. So okay. So Thiwar, let's redone his score, and that. All right. So next turn, they will be entering a new segment. Team 2.
Yeah. I'm going to keep my score. I feel like it was pretty good.
Actually, Team 2, you guys are actually moving into the water this turn because you had such good scores before. So you will actually need to go ahead and
Make new rules.
make new rolls. So a driving roll for Timmy and
Oh my god.
Fucking go.
ooh, shoot.
Oh my god.
Okay. And then who is doing the notice roll? Is Mary gonna continue on, or is she still feeling a little weird about it?
Mary will give it one more shot and see how it works. Oh, damn. Oh, since we're on the water, maybe she's more relaxed now that we're hitting now
Oh
that
yeah.
we've hit the water.
Timmy hits the water, turns it into boat mode,
It's
and
oh, it's in
Yes.
boat mode. She's used to boat mode.
She's
oh yeah.
yes. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So
Like, damn.
actually, here. Whoa. Okay. So Timmy and team 2. Timmy gets to the part where the ramp is. He engages hydro mode. They get onto hydro mode and they speed out into the water. And this speedster really handles well on the water. You're just absolutely like chugging along. And then Mary spots this thing kind of up in the sky, and she notifies Timmy about it. It's kind of this ring, and you guys are like going. You see, Timmy can see that there is a ramp leading up to this ring, and he is able to cut off another speedster, fly up this ramp, shoot the speedster through the ring, and you feel all of you jump.
Nice.
And you get out to a
Everybody,
point
jump, 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 jump,
where you're like
jump,
way
jump.
in the water and you don't even, it's like hard to even see land behind you, and you don't see land in front of you either, and you're just like speeding along. um and yeah, that
Nice.
was quite good. Now, team 3.
All right. So Shud rolls driving. Force.
All right, let me get that done real quick.
No, you don't. You don't have to drive your horse.
No.
so,
Oh Jesus.
He's
the
going the distance.
He's
He's
going
for speed. He's riding and riding and riding on his horse.
He's going back to the beginning is where he's going.
So they're going, and there's a speedster, and you can see it like coming from the start's finish line. Now, at this point, like no others, like all of them are gone. Like everybody else is like, way in the distance, like way behind you, like on the race. But you see there's a speedster coming this way.
Are the things still flipping around us?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's been like an hour and like these things are still like following you around. You see the speedster's coming up and it's like it's starting to get close to you. And it looks like yeah. Yeah, it looks like that. It looks
You
like
guys hear that?
Wait a minute, that was the Elephant Man.
yeah, a boot on wheels.
What?
It looks like a
Okay.
boot on wheels. Like it looks like a roller skate essentially. It's like shaped like a giant roller skate. And
But it's a puppy. We got
it's
a
not
puppy.
yeah, doggo. And it's not in rep chip mode. It's just rolling along. And they get to like where you are and they slow down and they kind of like stop along the highway like up over where you guys are. And this person pokes his head out and he's got this giant, I mean like giant, it probably about 2 foot bright red afro.
Ah,
His face is white and he's got a giant red nose and big red lips. And he's like wearing this crazy ruffled outfit. And he goes, "Hi, friends!" And he's like up out of the top of the boot, like the very top. Like he's sticking out. "Need a lift?"
What?
He said, "Do you need a lift, friend?" And this other guy comes out and he's got like green poof balls of hair. He is also wearing crazy white makeup and he has like this horn and he goes, "Ha ha."
Solus just goes ahead and climbs on into the car without saying a word.
Well, you have to.
Uh,
They're like up on the highway, so you have to kind of like trudge up to them to like get to them. But
Well, then
Solus
I'll do
starts
that.
on up.
Yep.
Okay, so Solus starts on up the hill. He's sold.
Which way are you going?
We're going whichever way's the fun way, buddy. Yeah. We're Gillian Weasel.
You're what?
Gillian Weasel from the Gillian Weasel Show. Can you believe it? That's I am Solus. I am Solus. Drake Tungsten the hero. That's you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you friends? Are you fans of Drake Tungsten?
Well, golly, sure we are. They seem like they're trying to be funny, but they're not very funny.
No. Argyle knows. If there's one thing that he knows, he knows that these people are not very funny. Okay, but I am going to make a call. I am going to make the call that says that if somehow this wakes up Rumby, these are Rumby's people.
Clowns.
Yeah, you could say that.
Rumby is either going to go with these people or he's going to shoot these people. There's no in between for Rumby on this one. So that's my call for Rumby.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to wake up or not. It depends on what everybody else does, I guess. Looks
He
like
wakes up,
Solus.
Solus might just knock him right back out.
Yeah, true. True.
Argyle does not believe that he wants to be in any kind of close proximity to these people, if they are even people, because he's
Whoa.
not even sure of this.
Jeez. Well then. Okay.
So
What about
so Argyle's gonna keep walking.
what about Chud? Because it's Chud's the one that has Rumby, because Rumby's on Heroes.
Yeah, Chud will get in with them.
All right. So everybody except for Argyle seems to be heading up the hill to hang out with Gilly and Weasel. And Gilly and Weasel seem to be intent on putting on some kind of a show. They seem keenly aware that 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 there's a lot of attention. Though the one good thing about Argyle continuing to walk, if he does indeed continue to walk, does he?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is that he loses not all. Let's see. He loses all but 3 of those things. The little drone things that have been following them around.
Okay.
So he's only got 3 of them, and they seem to be keeping a fair amount of distance from him at this point.
Okay.
And
So
he can finally see. He couldn't see it before, but he's finally starting to be able to see the city in the distance.
okay. So once he gets a fair amount away from the boot, but before he gets to the city, he's in a ditch, right?
hmm
Okay.
I mean,
Argyle.
he's not in a ditch. He's kind of like down. The highways kind of run over
Yeah.
the land in the way that like highways do. So he's
Right.
kind
Right.
of like they're almost like bridges in a way. So he's kind of
Yeah.
like
Okay.
under that.
Okay. So he's gonna like find a spot, sit down, because it's been a while. He's going to sit down and rest because he's nearly by himself at this point, and he's gonna have a meal and he's gonna like take a ration out and he's gonna eat and have a drink. I mean
Okay.
that's what he's gonna do. He hasn't had like time to him. He hasn't had time to himself since they left um the planet, like
Yeah.
their home
Their home
planet.
world. Yeah, yeah, sure.
He's been surrounded by people the entire time. The entire time. This is like he's actually like he doesn't care about these things that are flying around at this
hmm
point. He's content because
There
he
is
can sit down.
grass.
He can sit yeah, he can sit down in the grass
Yeah,
and
there
have a
there is some
meal.
grass and like actual real soil, like dirt and stuff.
Mhm.
So okay, so Argyle is he's he kind of gets a little bit serene. He sits down to kind of
Yeah,
have a picnic,
yeah.
and yeah, that's what he does. The others get aboard this interesting boot, and Gilly and Weasel want to know where you guys want to go. And they seem to be perfectly willing to like turn around and go back.
Hmm.
If especially if that's what Solus wants to do. They seem to be like, just whatever. In a fun way.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, I can't really imagine us doing. I can't really imagine us like trying to continue going down the raceway and like maybe finding a city, maybe getting a new racer and having a good shot in the fight, or in the race. I think turning around is probably the best course of action, but even then, I think even Solus recognizes that he's the center of attention and he's not going to be able to do anything useful back in the city. Um, I don't know. What do you think, Judd?
Good. You did, Harrow. Harrow.
Oh, Chad.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Am I what am I rolling for?
You're
Nothing.
not rolling for anything. You're dis y- the this you're in this boot, and basically they asked you. They don't seem to care. These clowns don't seem to care about going like winning the race, obviously, and they want to
Mm-hmm.
know where you guys want to go. And it seems like they're willing to do whatever, including head back.
Gotcha. I mean, I don't have anything to do until the race is over, so
So, what are the rules of the race again?
So so essentially, as far as the race goes, you know that you are registered specifically with your speedster. So with your speedster like completely destroyed, you're not even sure that there is a way for you to actually like even be in the race anymore. Like you're not 100% sure, but you're thinking it's likely that with no speedster, because that's part of your entry, is the fact that you're registered with this specific speedster, that it might
Right.
not that you might not even be able to complete the race at this point.
Okay.
Like if you had
What
something to repair, maybe you could repair that speedster and like continue
Sure.
on, but it's like completely gone. So, and you're not even sure if these guys have by letting you on their speedster, they may have forfeited any chance that they had to win the race. But again, it doesn't seem like they're here to win the race. They just entered for clearly for other motives than
Right.
to win, right?
So, I'm thinking, assuming the only repercussions of the race rules is if you break the rules, you're out of the race. Well, we're already out of the race. So why don't we go around having a fun time with these two jolly guys and maybe play some pranks and tricks on some other racers and maybe you know, see what happens.
The only problem with that is that you're so far behind there are no other racers back here.
True, but like we would continue using. I know the clown car. How like is it so ridiculously slow that there's no chance?
You're not sure. Maybe it might. It should have a rep jet mode. They just weren't using it. So you're not really
So
sure why they weren't using it.
Solus is going to ask. This is a pretty interesting vehicle you gentlemen have here.
You want to drive it?
Well, how fast does it go?
Weasel, how fast does this thing go? Well, I ain't got no clue. and he tosses you. He's like he he actually jumps out of the seat because he's driving. He jumps out of the seat and he's like, "Be my guest." And it's good. It's just going without a driver.
I see. Well then, I think I'll step up and be the driver, and I think we're gonna continue on this race.
Okay, so you pop into the driver's seat and you realize that there is indeed a rep jet mode for this vehicle. Do you want to go ahead and engage that and like try and, see what happens?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I do.
All right. So you surprise everybody by doing that. Go ahead and roll a driving check. Okay.
Oh my God, that was almost.
Yeah, it's close. And
That was
then,
almost.
well, obviously Argyle not here. Rumby's knocked out. So between, it's between Solus and Chud to make either an intelligence or a wisdom roll for the, for
Oh,
the, for the
heroes could.
notice. Heroes, yeah.
Oh, Chud can make this roll for us.
Okay.
Thanks, Chud.
You said intelligence or wisdom, right?
Or wisdom, yeah, whichever is,
Sweet.
yeah. All right.
Nice.
Okay. They are let's see. So that's that. So team 3, or at least kind of team 3, is back in some sort of running. And while it's certainly not the fastest in repjet mode, you're thinking that this thing is at least as fast, if not faster, than the vehicle that you were in repjet mode. Because yours was like the that big thing was like not that great either in repjet, but it's going fast. I mean, you're like, you can't believe this boot is just like sailing along, and the clowns are giggling and laughing, and yeah, it's
This is awesome.
it's pretty wild. You're just like flying in this boot, and
Is Argyle close? Was he close enough to see it take off like that?
probably because he didn't walk that far before he just kind of like sat
Yeah.
in the grass, and they were going pretty slow because they were just like
Yeah.
driving, so he could hear him kind of like the puttering along, and then all of a sudden, let's see, do I have a where is it here? I think it's this one. Argyle's like, yeah. So they're kind of back
Enjoy your break,
into it.
Argyle.
What's that?
I said, enjoy your break, Argyle.
Yeah, Argyle is actually going to totally enjoy himself for the rest of the time. This this is Argyle's vacation.
The Argyle's vacation. This is his. He finally gets shore leave. After all
Yes,
this time, this is his shore leave.
yes. So okay, YouTube. Uh, it's time to take bets now to find out how many people Argyle will kill on his shore leave.
On his shore leave. On vacation.
How many
Hol-
people? How many people?
yeah. What
Put it
will
put it
Argyle's
in the
death
comments.
toll? Yeah.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
Holiday
Yes.
death toll.
Hmm.
Let's see your predictions.
Oh my God. So and if it happens, that's the perfect name for an episode. Is Holiday Death Toll.
Holiday death toll.
Stay tuned for our Christmas episode, Holiday Death
Holiday death
Toll.
toll.
Holiday Road.
I mean, that also sounds like the name of a Halloween episode as well, though.
Of
In a
what?
way, a Halloween episode.
Oh
It
yeah,
also sounds
Holiday
like the name
the
of a
trip.
Halloween episode, a Holiday Death Toll.
Holiday Death Toll. Oh my.
Indeed. Indeed. All right. So, okay, so back in Ouroboros City, the the heist team is busy at work trying to remove the that's not what I wanted to do. That this piece off the back of this teleporter. Uh, Go ahead and who was continuing to use tools? Was that Sid? Was gonna try and tool this thing up now?
Yeah, I will do it. Sure.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check to see if you can utilize these tools in a manner that will be beneficial to you.
All right, I am Sid. There we go.
Oh wow.
Not even close.
Ooh,
Still made it.
thank God we
Yeah,
have some crazy high stats on it.
Hmm.
true,
Please.
true. Because it is so difficult, because you've already like ravaged the top part of it, it's gonna be difficult. You figure you're probably gonna be here messing with this thing for at least another hour. And let's see. Guy has actually gone out to procure you some possibly some jumpsuits and some things to make it look like you're actually doing work, because he's like, just in case anybody comes back, we got super lucky, let me go and get some stuff. So that's what he's doing. And
While 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 Sid is on the outside trying to get into the panel,
mhm.
uh Anya's gonna go back into the booth and she's gonna see if she can't find a way into the upper panel here. So she's gonna see if she can open it from the inside.
Okay, go ahead and make an intelligence check. Actually, you know what? Don't make an intelligence check.
Secret
Check
doors?
for secret doors.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
find that.
checking for secret drawers.
Where is that? Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's just a reminder for me to check anyway. You actually were able to locate a panel in the front. Go ahead and roll an intelligence to check to see if you are able to utilize some of the tools available in order to more easily open this.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, so you're actually into the front, and so that's what you're doing. That's probably again taking you the hour to kind of figure it out, find it, open it, and so that's what you guys are doing, and then back to team one.
we're at
So
20 after 10, though, by the way.
yeah, we are.
Damn.
Let's see. We'll go through another round here, and if we get to something that really sticks us, then we'll stop there, and if not, then either way. So yes, the team one is chugging along here on the water, and they are actually getting ready
I'm going to change it.
to enter the next. Are they just going straight ahead? Again, right now there's
You want
just water.
You want to
All you
change?
see.
You want to change
Straight
it?
ahead.
Oh shoot. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. You're right. Good catching that. Back over there. So straight ahead. So go ahead and roll driving and notice. And I'll go ahead and roll for major encounters. All right. So that was less good. Yeah, as fun as this vehicle is to drive on the highways with rep jets because it's just so fast and so crazy, man, it's a slog on the water, and it's frustrating. But people are passing you and stuff, and it's just like, damn this stupid thing. You need something to gonna need something here soon to bring up your morale. Maybe a song on the water. It's hard to say, but you are continuing to go. Here, unless you recover for a few segments. And then Team 2, who has been absolutely
Killing it.
just chugging along, just freaking killing it. And they're actually already set to be going into the next water section for them too. Are they continuing to go straight? Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you, you are getting signs that land is coming up soon uh, on this side over here, but that water is continuing more on this side.
Yeah, I was thinking we divert towards the middle of the track anyway, just in the case where we continue on and, the best course of action is maybe the very side of a track, and you don't want to have to go all the way from the right to the left once you know that. So I think the general strategy of staying towards the middle is the best.
Gotcha. Well, coming up here, you have that, and so going here, go ahead and uh, go ahead and roll for your driving, and then roll for notice whoever is going to be doing that for Team 2.
Can we not keep our scores from last round?
Well, no, because you entered a new. Your scores from last round are what propelled you ahead so far in just a single segment. So you'll have new scores for this round.
Oh,
Oh,
that sucked. Oh my god, it was there.
it was.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So let me look here. It's actually not too bad. Speedster. That is actually not too bad at all. Better than you would think. So really, actually, only a single segment there. So doing well. And oh shit, what the fuck did I just do? All right, and then Team 3 chugging along in their clown car. Solus is let's see. For let's see. So Solus, did they want to change their scores at all? Solus and Chud. Chud had a good score, and Solus was, I think, 12 of 14.
Yeah.
That'll keep his.
I think Solus is gonna take a chance. And
Solus is taking the chance.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, all right. Not bad. Definitely not bad. And with that, Solus will be so out of that next time. And so they're chugging along. No major encounters. Argyle finishes his lunch and what's he do? Just walking back?
Gonna continue to walk back to the city.
Just kind of leisurely walking back?
Yeah, he's not even in a rush at this point. He's like he has everything that he needs on him.
Uh-huh.
He can take care of himself. And he's just like I'll get back to the city when I get back to the city. As a matter of fact, no. He's not going to go back to the city.
Okay.
He's got um a comm thing. He's got one of those rudimentary comm things, right?
He does. Yeah. He does have a rudimentary multi. Yep.
Okay. So instead of going back to the city, he's going to look around and he's going to turn left. And he's just going to head away. He's going to head away from the road, but not toward the city. He's going to head out into the whatever wilderness there might be.
See, that's the thing, is where he is right now, there is kind of no wilderness. Like, he could turn left and then just, like, walk under the highways and
Mm-hmm.
kind of, like, just walk underneath in kind of like grass and like kind of an underbridge type area.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't get to it. He doesn't see any
Oh,
way.
he'd run into a city, is what he'd run into.
He actually is not sure what he would run into. All he can see is kind of like grass and concrete, but he doesn't see any wilderness. Not that direction. He just sees more highway.
Okay, he's just going to continue to walk in that direction until he knows from being above it that the highway is only so wide.
Yeah,
Isn't
he
it
knows.
boxed in on the sides though? Like,
Yes, it
shouldn't you
is.
know that?
It's
Yeah,
blocked in on the
because remember,
sides.
there's a
Yeah.
strip.
There's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
wall.
because
Oh,
remember
oh,
the
okay,
planet
okay.
or the moon, if you recall, looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, like you're stuck in the strip.
Oh. So the only way out of the strip is to get to the city.
Well, there's no
Yeah.
way out of the strip. There's nothing. The moon is kind of barren other than the strip.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's basically because so
oh.
when you were coming down, so for example, when you were coming down on the shuttle and you could see the moon, everything, all of this out here, it really does just kind of look like that. It really just
Mm-hmm.
kind of does um look like kind of just barren moon. It's only in that one stripe where there's specific civilization and all this stuff. So you're kind of boxed in, and you would
Okay,
kind of
okay,
know that.
okay. So he's just going to continue walking toward the city then, walking
Okay.
toward the start line. The start line.
Yeah, yeah, gotcha, gotcha.
That
Back.
that's a, yeah. That's just his thing. He's just going to walk toward the start
Okay.
line.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Okay, so Argyle's just chilling, headed back towards the start finish line, and then I guess we end on these guys back here. Uh, Guy comes back. He's got some of these like white jumpsuits that he kind of gives to everybody to put on over their clothes, and he's got some signs and some other stuff and some he's kind of made it look like, hey, we're doing important work here, like leave us alone. So he's trying to like set everything up, and he's like, I don't know if we'll be lucky again, but I guess we'll see. What you got there?
I've almost got this open.
Oh, hey, look, there is an access point. Looks like Sid's almost got his on the back, too. What do you think we'll be able to do?
Impossible to tell until we see the inner workings.
my my initial hopings was to see if we could pick some coordinates for transportation. Uh,
Is there like a is there a
Ah,
is there something like a diagnostic tool in the tools that we can hook into the computer once we actually get it, once we actually have access to the inner workings?
there is some sort of what looks like a specialty multi within the tools, yes. You
Okay,
you can
one
only assume that that's what it's for.
once she gets her panel open, she's gonna take that multi and she's gonna start working with that multi to see if she can pair it to her headphones.
Okay. All
And
right.
because the headphones pair with those things.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
that's pretty easy to do. You're able to
okay.
do that.
So once she does that, then she can try to start to figure out this multi to see what kind of diagnostics she can actually get into inside this thing.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence check, and Guy is gonna help you, so it'll be modified by him, but that's still not. You're both of you are still like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? So that's a little bit tough. On the other hand, Sid has also gotten the back off. So, Sid, go ahead and make a an intelligence check to see if you are able to access anything from back here. You're back there and you think that you might have found some overrides. And next time on Up and Away Nova Destiny, will the heist team be able to get into this teleporter and teleport on board the Ganger 1 so early in the race? Will Argyle walk aimlessly along the race course, uh, just chilling out? And will he kill anybody in the process? Will Solus, Chud, and Rumby have clown sex? And
Hopefully
will
not.
the and will the other two teams, who are doing quite well, will they have a chance to win this race? Who knows? Stay tuned. Come back next time. Join us for Nova Destiny, and yeah, it'll be a fun time. What?
Yeah.
Oh yes, hit like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications if you decide to subscribe. Share this stream and all that fun stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Smash that
Yeah.
motherfucking like button. Uh, and happy Halloween, of course,
Yes.
because
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
it's
I don't know.
it's Halloween.
And
Thanks for
Jay,
watching.
you missed it, man. You missed
Hey,
it.
you're a fucker.
And I didn't get I haven't gotten a text from him, so who knows? Hopefully everything is okay, and
He's
he
got to
just
be
So
like
I'll tell you what, stay tuned.
unconscious right now.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
asking.
yeah.
Stay tuned for tomorrow when Jay shows up by himself
Yeah,
Where's everyone at?
for a special Dix in the Dark.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
gonna be
right.
it's probably not gonna be broadcast, but you know,
Yeah,
that's kinda how
yeah,
that works.
yes,
Hmm.
exactly, right, right. No,
Yeah.
100%. Oh,
Hmm.
fun times, fun times. Well, good game, guys. And
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
been the Dicks in the Dark, and we will see everyone later.
Bye bye.
It's been pandemonium around here.
Wait, okay. I'm just okay. Gotta get the game end
Boomer.
thing. Okay, yeah, I'm totally boomering.
Boom.
Oh, here it is. All right. I found it. It's fine. Play some music and an outro.
Well, dang. I think that session was hilarious and a great time. I wish we could have played longer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
See, The race is okay. I don't think it's